So now that we've done all of the circumference measurements where we measured all the way around the body, we're ready to start taking some measurements from the torso, the top part of the dress form that's above the waistline. One of the first measurements we're going to do is the side length. So for me, I'm going to be measuring from my drop armhole pin, and my drop armhole pin is 5 5/8 down from my shoulder tip pin. And that I got from the circumference of the bust in the book and using that chart. So I'm going to measure from this pin here down to, my convention is going to be the bottom waist tape. So I'm not going to measure to the middle of the tape. I'm not going to measure to the top of the tape. I'm going to measure to the bottom of the waist tape. Let me raise her a little. A little bit more. And lower her a little bit. To get this on camera. Here we go. And then let's see if I can get this to focus a little nicer. From this pin to the bottom of the waist tape. So I'll grab my tape measure. And it looks like my side length is 8.5. So, oh, one more thing that's important to note. Side length, just double check, 8.5. I'm measuring the form's right side. That's usually our convention, to measure the right side. Unless when you were choosing your form, you realized that some things were messed up. Like, let me lower her. So on some of the older forms, where's my pedal? This shoulder tip gets really worn out. And you can go ahead and mark it with like masking tape, thread. Thread is probably the better option. Even style tape. But if the right shoulder is worn out, you can do all your measurements from the left side. But we should have enough new dress forms that you can measure your right side. So we'll be measuring on the right side. Okay, so my measurement was 8.5. So I'll go over to my chart. Oop, not that chart. I'll do this chart. And so on the right side, it's 8. Okay, next measurement.